I know it's been about a month or two since I've updated you guys with everything that's going on with me and my IVF, and I kind of wanted to update you with everything that's going on in this process. So I continued on and I had my first egg retrieval, and they got 3 really good embryos. So they were like, okay, so the next step was to do genetic testing, but there can only be one time that do genetic testing. And so they were like, okay, so we can either do this, but I really suggest we do another round of IVF to get more eggs that can be fertilized and be potential embryos that are really good. And then combine them with the first batch of embryos that we collected from you, which would be those 3 really good embryos that they collected the first time. So here we are, IVF cycle 2, and we have our egg retrieval next week, which is super exciting. This whole process has went so much faster than the first process. It's crazy. It's just going whoop right over our heads. So next week is our egg retrieval, December 4th or 5th. They haven't told us the date yet. It depends on each scan they do. And the scans, meaning ultrasounds, to make sure everything starts looking good. Every single day that we have scans, they take blood tests for me and just try to make sure everything's going well, estrogen's low, all that. And then we can just continue with the process. And yeah, so that is coming up next. Hopefully we get more eggs than last time, and we get more eggs that are fertilized and can become potential babies. And then they're gonna collect all those and they're gonna send it out to a lab, and they're gonna look at all these little embryos in this little petri dish, and they're going to look and see if they have any genetic abnormalities, if they're okay or not. And then they're gonna take all the good ones, send it back, let my specialist know what's going on, and then they're gonna do a embryo transfer sometime in January. We don't have the exact date yet, but the plan is they're going to pump me full of all these medications again, but they're gonna get everything going in my body during that first month of us waiting for the genetic testing up to the embryo transfer date in January. So it tricks my body to think that I'm pregnant, and it gets my uterus lining thicker. So it is a happy, healthy home for a baby. So then it has more successful rates going, and then they take the baby, and that is the embryo transfer, which is this little blastocyte, and they put it back in, and then we gotta wait 2 weeks until we can do the total full evaluation to see if I am pregnant or not, which fingers crossed, I hope so. And then after that step, they're gonna monitor me, and they're gonna send me off to a high-risk OBGYN. And I am so happy that I'm getting the best treatment I can right now, because for the last year with all the other pregnancies, I felt misheard, and I feel like the doctors weren't taking me serious with some of the complications that I was experiencing. So having a specialist right now show this much intuity into what's happening with me, and listening to me, asking me how everything's going, and he's just really a smart specialist, and I can't even tell you how grateful I am. And to have somebody that cares in the health profession over all these other doctors I was seeing was so great, so great. So he is the dream man right now, so he is working hard. So hopefully by January we will have a little embryo implanted, so we're pretty excited. And they tell us the sex or not of it, but I don't know if we're gonna well, we kind of want to know, but we kind of want to hold on to it and let people know a little down the road. But yeah, so I'm doing injections right now, and next week is my egg retrieval. And so this time that I was doing the injections, they added a new medication into my intake of all the injections I was taking. This was to help my eggs inside my ovaries multiply a little bit more, because my left ovary wasn't producing like any mature follicles. So all the eggs they collected from my left ovary were not good. They were not mature yet. My right ovary had, I think, 7, and they collected all them, and all those eggs were mature. They were ready to go. And 3 of them became potential really, really good embryos. So this is a little rundown on everything that's happening right now. And, you know, I'm so like grateful that I can show like this journey with myself, and I can feel myself growing, and it's just an amazing feeling, even though it's a really hard experience. And you know, it was really, really eye-opening to me that when I'm going through this, I had a lot of girls reach out to me that I had went to high school with, and everything that they're doing in their life, and like they reached out to me. They were telling me some of the issues that they had going on in their own life, and it was eye-opening that it wasn't just me going through these infertility problems and things that were happening to just me, you know, because when you're in that situation, you just think about what's going on with yourself. So it was really eye-opening to see a lot of the girls that I knew are also struggling with infertility problems, and they will have to do IVF down the road. It was very like calming to me to like know that I could show them what's going on in the process right now, and I loved to talk to them about everything that's going on with me, because in my situation, I didn't really know anybody that had these problems at such a young age like me. I would just refer to videos, just watch, and just basically learn by myself. So it was crazy for me to experience that. So I'm so happy that I can be an outlet to like other people that are going through this, because it is hard. And when you get to those steps, you will overcome them. You get stronger, you get braver, you're like a stronger woman. It is hard on a relationship, but the thing is that as long as you have a good partner there with you, you will be set and ready to go, and just they're there for a shoulder to lean on, everything. And that's what's gonna make us really good parents. So we're very, very thankful for all of that. So yeah, so I was really happy to kind of catch up with you guys with what's been going on. I literally have been drained for the last 2 months, because honestly, the first IVF cycle was completely draining. I was so tired. It felt like my ovaries were like protruding out of my stomach. They feel like little golf balls, like at your stomach. Putting on jeans hurt. I relied to bubble baths and laying down all the time. I felt like I was bedridden, but it's okay. There's a lot of times in IVF cycles where you are going to have bed rest days, and that's the only thing that you're really going to want to do, because you feel emotional, you cry for no reason, you want to eat everything for no reason, but there's so many things. So yeah, so, you know, I will catch up with you guys next week if I'm feeling up to it, which I should be, but egg retrieval's next week, and we're really excited because we can get the ball rolling with getting to the steps of finally becoming pregnant, and crossing our fingers and our toes to make sure, you know, that when it's embryo transfer day, we get a really good outcome after this. And yeah, we're just keeping positive and high hopes, and that's all we can really do right now. But also, with all the craziness in the world, the pandemic, we've had time to just be home and be with each other, and just kind of, you know, admire the things and the struggles that are going on in our lives. And we kind of like that, but it's kind of pause time for us to just sit here and collect all of our thoughts and feelings on all of this stuff, instead of keep on trudging type thing. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. All right, guys, well, I'll catch up with you next week, and I'll see you soon.